Hello everyone, today we're going to be making some cute little cherry earrings, and the supplies you're going to need are UV resin, red and green colorant, 2 mixing bowls, and a mixing utensil. You'll need some 20 gauge bronze wire. You can also use silver for this project. You'll need round nose pliers, chain nose pliers, and a mandrel for making jump rings. You will also need flush cutters, 2 fishhook earrings, and some resin tape, which are not pictured. You'll need a bead mold without the center. We're only going to be using 2 of them, so just make sure it does not have the center because we will be drilling a hole in there. And we'll need some dried flowers. I have a package of them here. And we're just going to use the red ones, and we're just going to cut off some of the petals and use those. You'll also need a drill and a fine drill bit. So let's get started. Alright, so we'll start with the red. So we'll just put just enough to fill 2 of the molds. We're going to use some ruby pigment or red, and I put 4 drops in there. And then we need those flowers. Let me see if I can get them out. I'm just going to take 1, and I have a pair of scissors, and I'm just going to clip down deep into it and take off some of those little petals. I'm just doing it from the underneath part, clipping those. You're not going to need a lot because it's only 2 beads. Okay, so we'll mix this up. And mix it well. Make sure there's no bubbles in there. I'm just going to just put a lighter to it just to make sure all the bubbles are out. And you just glide the flame over the top. And then we'll pour it in to 2 of the molds. You just fill it up. Okay, got a little on the side there, so we'll just get that off. There. All right. You'll also need some tweezers, and we'll just place some of these. It's just going to make it look like it's got a little bit of a texture. Honestly, you barely see it. That one just does want to go in there. Oh, there we go. I just think it makes the bead look a little bit more interesting when you put the little flowers in there. You can put as many as you want. You can jam pack them in there if you'd like. That's fine too. Okay. I think that may be enough. Okay. So now we will cure this for 3 minutes on top. Then we're going to turn it over, and then on the underneath part, we're going to cure the underneath part for 3 minutes. So I'll be right back. I think I missed that whole thing. I thought it was recording, it was not. You're going to cut 4 wires at 12 centimeters. Make sure you have flush cutters to do that. And then you're going to take one of them and then bend it over to 4 centimeters. Actually, you're going to do 2 of them like that. So all you have to do is measure the 4, put your pliers there, and then just bend it over. Okay. And then we're just going to curve this just with our fingers. You'll also need some resin tape for this too. Okay. And then you just bend the long one just straight up a little bit. And then we're going to use the flush cutters, and we're going to cut this flush. And see, there's an opening, but we want that to meet up where we straightened that end here, like so. So it makes it like a leaf. And then we'll do the same with this one. Just shape it with your thumb just to make a leaf shape. You can just round it out with your finger. Okay. And then you can always measure to see where you need to do that bend so that they match. And then just bend it over a little bit. And then clip it flush so it meets up against the long piece. And just set that aside. And then you have your second leaf. All right, so now for these, you'll need your tape. So just cut 2 small pieces, and I always bend over the edge so I can handle it easier because the tape side goes up and we don't want it sticking to us while we're moving it around. So just bend that over. I mean, it still sticks to you, but it sticks less if you do that. And bend that piece over. Then just have to straighten. Well, we're going to curve them just a pinch. We're just going to curve the leaf just a little bit. You see? Just a little. And then we're going to take the tape and we're going to basically make it curve into that, like so. And make sure that it's stuck on really good. And then we're going to mix the green for the leaf. Now you won't need that much for it, just a little. Oops. This one is not even open. Oop. I did 3 drops with that because it's you know, rather dark. Also, when you have to clean your utensils, your stirring utensils, or even your tweezers, just use a baby wipe. They're inexpensive, they're handy, and they clean your tools off really well. And then just mix this up. Okay. And then what we're going to do, we're just going to dab it in a little bit here first so that it prevents bleeding through. I'm going to do just a small, very small, thin layer. I'm sorry about my birds in the background. They're mad because I had to put them in their cages so I can do this so they don't get into any kind of mischief like they normally do. I usually have to sit and watch them closely. Okay, so that's one. Oops, something was on that. That wasn't good. Just make sure it goes right up to the edges so that when we cure it, it will, you know, prevent, you know, it bleeding when we put the next layer on. And we'll cure this for 30 seconds. All right, now that this is cured, we can do another layer of it. Just dabbing it on. Because we'll do a couple layers so it makes a nice green color. All right, and then we'll cure this for 30 seconds. Okay, so these are cured and we can remove them. They come out really easily. And you can see the flowers in there. It just makes it look a lot better than just having a little red ball. Makes it more interesting. Okay. Oop. So then next, you'll need your drill and a fine small bit on the end. You can either use a drill bit. This is like, this bit's for like engraving, but it works just the same. So we'll turn it on about medium, and then just carefully drill a hole, and then get the other one and do the same. And that's all you need the drill for. Take the 12 centimeter wires, and in inches it's about 4.5 inches, and then just straighten them out as best as you can. You just don't want them all kind of wiggly looking and not too straight. I mean, it could be curved a little bit because we're going to curve it, but I just want it a little nicer there. And then just take an end, and you can take your clear resin, find your hole, and then just put a teeny tiny drop on there. Take the end of your wire and then just put it in, and then you can just stick it in to cure for 30 seconds, and then do the same the second one. Just find your little hole and put a little dab, and then put the wire in like so. Okay, and then we'll cure it for 30 seconds. Okay, while that's curing, I'm just going to make 2 jump rings. So you just need maybe about 6 inches of wire, not a lot. And just cut it off. And take, unless you can find this color jump ring, I do not have them on hand, so I'm just going to make some jump rings with my Mandrel. So I'm just going to wrap it around just a few times. I don't need it that many times, but I'm not going to waste the wire. And then you just open it like so, and then you cut it. I don't know if you could see this. Okay, so this is the flush side. So you cut the first loop flush. Now the second one, you turn it over and then you cut close to it so that, you know, they'll line up when you close your jump ring. And that is your first jump ring. Then you have to go back in, and since you clipped it this way, this side is sharp, so we'll just clip that off flush. That didn't clip very well. Okay, clip that off flush, and then we'll turn it over again, and then we'll clip this side flush. Oops, and there you have a second jump ring. Okay, that's all I need is just the 2, so I'll finish the other ones later. And so those are ready. Now that everything's cured, you can take this off, take it off carefully. Now by chance, if it did leak over a little bit, you can either leave it or you can just file it down. I got some tape stuck on there. And then just be careful when you're pulling it off. Like so. Oh, that one came off really nice. All right, let's see how much tape is on here. There's just a little bit, and to get that off, I use a Q-tip with some acetone nail polish remover, and it takes it right off. Alright, so I clean these off camera, and I use the nail polish remover with the Q-tip, and again, it's 100% acetone, and it cleans it off very well, any tape residue, and it does not harm the resin. So now we're going to start getting this thing together. So to begin with, we'll start with the leaves. And we need something roundish. I got this jar here, and we're just going to round that wire. Just round it a little bit. It's a bit much, but we'll just undo it in a little bit. I just want to get that general look. And then we'll do the same with the cherry. Just round it a bit. This just gives it that rounded shape, but then we will change it up just a little bit. All right, so make sure that the end is flush. And then we're going to take our round nose pliers and just make a loop like so. See, there we go. And then we're going to put the pliers back in and bend that loop back a little bit. And then you can close this up a little bit better. You see? Oh. So we made the loop, and then we put the pliers back in and we bent it back just a bit. And then this one is also flush, so we'll make the loop, and I'll put the pliers back in and then bend it back. It will open a little bit, so you just put your pliers back in and close it up like so. Okay, so we want the cherries actually a slight tad shorter than the leaf. So we'll just take one and then measure a little bit and then clip it off flush. And then don't discard anything like this because you can use it for another project. So just keep like a little container of scrap wire that you can use. If it's real small, obviously you can't use it, but pieces like this, you can definitely use. And then we'll just take the other cherry, measure it, and clip it in the same place so they're both the same size. And then again, make the loop, bend it back, and then close it up. So basically for the leaves and the cherries, the loop is going in the same direction as that curve. So make the loop, bend it back, and close it back up. All right. So next you'll need your jump ring. And you're gonna have to have it open it up. And you can put your cherry on. And then you can put your leaf on there. Oops, I did it in the wrong direction. You want it so it hangs, like both hang in the same direction, like so. And then take a fish hook earring, place that on, and then close up your jump ring like so. And there's one earring. And if you want these a little straighter and not so curved, you can definitely, you know, have them curved a little, but just straighten them up a bit. And they look so nice. when you wear them. Let's straighten this just a bit. There we go. They're rather long earrings, so they're great for people who have really long hair, or if you just want to, you know, if you have short hair and you want to make a statement with your earrings, these are perfect for that. Okay, and we'll just put that on. And then, oops, I keep putting it on wrong. So, okay, there we go. And then the hook. Make sure when you put the earring hooks on, you have one going in one direction on one pair, and then on the other pair it goes in the opposite direction, because you're wearing them obviously in two different ears, so that way they hang better. Okay, I'll straighten this out just a bit. I'll straighten this one out a bit. And there you go. Another earring. And here are the cherry earrings. If you liked my video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and also press the bell for notifications of my upcoming videos. Also, in the description box below, you will find links to my artwork, photography, and my jewelry. Hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.